Hello everyone. A very cool puzzle today. If you like, feel free to pause the video, see if you can work it out. So in this one, there's a lot of candidate moves for black. The immediate threat we have is this, of course, which is a fork, a check, and also opens up the queen and the rook down this file. Quite dangerous looking. White has the idea of bishop here as well at some point. You know, it's not looking good for us. So what are the candidate moves? Well, if you start looking defensively, maybe castling. That completely loses. White comes in with the check. We have to run. The queen comes in, sacks. And here, we can't take with the rook because that results in checkmate. So we have to block with the queen. White wins our queen. You know, it's just game over. We end up in a position like this. You know, it's just lost. So, castling that way doesn't work. Castling the other way doesn't work either. White just takes our knight. We take. The queen comes in. You know, it's just not a nice position for us at all. White is sort of dominating down this file. We've got weak pawns everywhere. This attack is now completely dead. What's the queen doing on the light squares here? It has no support. So that doesn't work. So what else is available? Well, we could take the knight. That fails. Go to the analysis board. So white just takes. Then we castle. White picks up a pawn. And it's just completely losing for us. Our pieces are just completely uncoordinated. White's queen is very active. Our queen is doing literally nothing here. That's not good for us. Another idea, maybe take this pawn. That fails. The check comes in. The king has to run. And then white picks up the knight with a check. So not good. None of these moves are looking good for us. And one thing I would say about these puzzles is sometimes you have to be aggressive. There's a winning move for us here, and it's a pretty simple idea, you know. We just go for this. Threaten checkmate in one. And now white is the one who has to do something. White now has to play all forcing moves, and they do have a forcing move, as we saw before. Knight takes. The king has to run. The king can't run here. This would be checkmate. We have to run this way. And then white comes up with this move. Right here. Which I didn't see. So I saw this idea, I went for it. I didn't see this move. So white's attempting to continue, as they have to, the attack. And we can go wrong here in many ways. So let's say the king tries to run here. That's completely losing. The bishop check comes in. And that's checkmate with the knight. Quite a nice checkmate. We try to run this way. That's not good for us. The queen sacks. We have to... well, in fact, this looks like it's actually a draw. Or perhaps slightly better for us. But white doesn't have to play this way. White is now forced to trade to queens because it has to deal with this threat up here. And we end up in a position where we're slightly better. But like I said, white doesn't have to do that. But we have better as well. So if we go here, yes, we're still slightly better, but, you know, it's not the best move. What else is there? Well, obviously we can take the knight, and that is in fact the best move. Might seem obvious, but, you know, you have to consider all possibilities in these puzzles. So now, white comes in with a check. And again, here we can go wrong. If the king goes here, that's going to be checkmate. And in a couple of moves, bishop, quite a nice checkmate. If we run this way, the queen checks, and again we're getting checkmated. Did I check this one? Yeah, same idea. So the only move we have is king here. We have to start running this in this direction. The queen comes in, we run, and now, and this is the line I was calculating in the puzzle, and I saw this potential sack, and I was very worried about it. I saw this, and I was like, are we just getting completely annihilated here? So for example, you can't take the bishop, because that results in checkmate. So you kind of have to run this way now. And I was sort of looking at this idea, and I saw the king probably has to hide here, but then white gets a trade, prevents the threat over here, but we end up just up 2 pieces, so completely winning for us. The other ideas from white are this idea. The king again runs. The rook now has to defend against the checkmate. And then we're just sort of on the counter attack, completely winning for us. So yeah, that's the right idea. Go back to the beginning. You know, this threatened checkmate, we allow this, which seems very dangerous, but you just have to calculate. I've definitely noticed in these puzzles that if you've got a bunch of options, so you've got an immediate threat, most of the time a defensive move is not what you want to do. It tends to be the wrong idea, and it's certainly the case in this puzzle, where instead we counter-attack, and then we just have to survive this attack, and we can. Not that way, this way. Yeah, so I thought that was quite a cool puzzle. Yeah, you just have to calculate the winning idea. If the opponent has an attack, can you get out of it? And in this case we can. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.